It's a rivalry that defines the sport. One that everyone points to when asked what makes a good or classic rivalry in college football. The Scarlet and Gray against the Maize and Blue. Two diametrically opposed programs who will meet again to continue a rivalry that has had everything from Heisman statements to pepper spray at midfield. Welcome to the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, Columbus, Ohio, and the Old Horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Wolverines will kick it away first. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Looking for a man. It's Sayin. Working that left side now. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
Throws a nice completion there for a first down. This guy has been the biggest key to this team's success all season long. He's shown up in big moments. He's won big games. He's putting up big numbers, and that's why he's in the discussion to win the Heisman Trophy.
They'll start this one from the 29 on first down. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
The Buckeyes with a second and short to keep this drive moving. All down, and they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Yeah, and there you go again. Ohio State bringing the ground game. They typically do that. That's pretty normal.
They've built their entire program around it. Archie Griffin, two-time Heisman Trophy winner. Go back to Hopalong Cassidy. I mean, the Buckeyes love to run the ball, no matter how many times they spin the magic beat. The Buckeyes will snap it on first and 10. To the ground. He's got it again. Ooh. There he goes. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked. Good run and a first down.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
They have a first down at the 41-yard line. Direct snap. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
And the Buckeyes pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. They'll go with a direct snap. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. These two first squared off in 1897, and this rivalry is almost like a history of the sport itself.
So much history, so much tradition. I mean, I can go back to 2006 when they were 1-2 in the country. You know, like, these games really matter. The uniforms are clean. The athletes are flowing. There's tons of athletes all over the place. This is always a huge showdown.
And you think about some of the great coaches that have graced the sidelines in this rivalry. Bo Schembechler at Michigan and Woody Hayes at Ohio State. And it's amazing, in a conference full of trophy games, maybe the greatest rivalry doesn't even have one.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
The Buckeyes line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Looking to throw, it's Sayin. Get it out to the supersonic guy. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Buckeyes. All of that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game.
Yeah, and I feel like momentum is always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
And he added the extra point. You don't see this very often, an early onside kick when you have the lead. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. This offense has it with really good field position. Starts a drive trying to go up top. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Open space at the 25. He gets it past the first down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks.
Gotta love this play call early in the football game. Like, the quarterback, get in a rhythm, run a screen play, get it to a playmaker, create some space, move the sticks, get a first down. Nice start for this offense.
He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They go to the ground. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points.
And this is the area of the field where it gets really, really tough. Because the red zone, you know you got to run the football more. Well, this defense is #1 in the nation against the run. So I look for this offense to be more physical, be creative, try to find ways to run the ball against this defense that is so dynamic.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball.
try to throw and pick up the first down. It's picked off, and that's number 10. He's knocked down the one play to come up with the interception.
Well, the defense was in cover two, which means they had two safeties playing deep, and they took everything away from the quarterback vertically, forcing him to have to try to check it down. And a great job by the linebacker, jumping the throw and getting the pick.
Let's see what they can get going on this drive as they snap it from the 7. To the air, it's Sayin. Not quite in rhythm there, incomplete.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
I love early in a game getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Coming out, short passes, easy completions. Now we're getting in a good spot.
The Buckeyes come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Did everything he could to discard the tacklers, but he was just able to get back to where he started.
Well, the defense got the stop there on 3rd and 1. Let's see if they can do it again here on 4th and inches, David.
I just got to find a way to fall forward, be physical. We work on this all week. You know you're going for it on 4th down.
They're in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, and this is why you have a prominent jawline and an urgent resolve. They'll go for it. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
You cannot make a bigger statement on offense than your head coach deciding to go for it on 4th down, deep in your own end, early in the game, and they get it somehow running the football. Wow.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Gonna run it. It's Jackson. They throw it in reverse as that's the final play here in the first period. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter.
What? Ugh.
It's a rivalry that defines the sport. One that everyone points to and asks what makes a good or classic rivalry in college football. The Scarlet and Gray against the Maize and Blue. Two diametrically opposed programs who will meet again to continue a rivalry that has had everything from Heisman statements to pepper spray at midfield. Welcome to the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, Columbus, Ohio, and the Old Horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy. As we'll see, a playoff team from last year, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started.
Nah.
And the Buckeyes will get us started with the opening kickoff.
Yep. After Reggie House calls it.
The 15, here's the return.
Or not.
Maybe if he could have eluded just... It's a rivalry that defines the sport. One that everyone points to when asked what makes a good or classic rivalry in college football. The Scarlet and Gray against the Maize and Blue. Two diametrically opposed programs who will meet again to continue a rivalry that has had everything from Heisman statements to pepper spray at midfield. Welcome to the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, Columbus, Ohio, and the Old Horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. And the Wolverines will put total leather to crank us up. From inside the 15, chance for a good return. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24.
Yeah.
Back to throw, it's Sayin. Got him, and
He's fast.
flying out to the left. Touchdown, Ohio State. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Man, you want to make a statement early in a game. Your first offensive possession, you go 75 yards for the touchdown. Their opponent right now is literally in shock and awe. They're in disbelief. They don't even know what hit them.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. OC quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside his own 15, looking for room. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Nothing says my offense stinks like punting on first down. Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. And after that punt, that's where they'll mark it. It'll be just inside the 35-yard line. Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got
yeah.
Into the open.
Early in the game, I love giving my quarterback in a rhythm. Easy pitch and catch. You've thrown him 4,000 times. Not big shots, but just put you in nice positions on the next downs coming up.
The Buckeyes in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Making side adjustments here. Got him downfield. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27.
You're going to be a quarterback in the Heisman race. You got to win games, and you got to put up big numbers, and that's exactly what this guy has done all season long. Top 10 in the nation in passing yardage, and he's the biggest reason why they've been winning.
The Buckeyes, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Wide receiver going in motion. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Really good job by the defense seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand. Safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Pulls and throws off the RPO. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Man, this guy's closing in quickly on 100 yards receiving. We're not even out of the first quarter yet. We knew he was going to be a big part of the game plan and the strategy, but every time they've looked his way, he's been making a big play, and that's something the defense, they have to be aware of moving forward.
And the Buckeyes are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Dropping back, it's Sayin. Here comes the heat. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
And it's now the 2nd time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the kick is good, but there is a penalty flag because he paid for making that kick. I think they're going to get him for roughing the kicker. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They already have the lead, and they're trying to build it here in the first quarter with an onside kick. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. They want to run this quarterback. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
Well, I don't know what the quarterback saw on that last play, but he made a pretty quick decision that he was just going to tuck it and run it, and his offensive coordinator is glad he did. How about the speed by the QB on that play?
play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Leaves it with the running back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
All season long, we've been watching this defense dominate against the run. They're the #1 rush defense in the entire country. With a big lead in this game, you cannot run the ball and expect to win and get back in it.
Hang on, Swoopy. The Buckeye crowd alive on third down. To the air, it's Underwood. Finds his back in the middle. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. This is not leather helmet era football. This is analytics around midfield, 4-down territory. On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. The definition of 4-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere. Just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do. But maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense took a little bit of a gamble, but they get the first down. Nothing to worry about.
This is a designed run. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. There are so many great rivalries in college football, guys, but I think this one, because of the disdain and the excellence, sort of rises to the top.
Yeah, I mean, listen, there are great rivalries scattered all around this country. In-state rivalries, interconference rivalries, great history, great pageantry. But I think what makes Ohio State versus Michigan unique is the fact that more often than not, these are two teams competing for national championships at the end of the year, and this game really does determine the national landscape.
And 19 national championships between the two teams. Late in the year, it always matters. You go back to 2006, #1 versus #2. So always disdain, always hate. Don't even call each other by their names. Like, this rivalry means so much to college football.
And the Wolverines are moving quickly down the field. Back to throw, it's Underwood. There's the pressure. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got him there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. Pulls it in. It's strong. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. Just keep slinging it. Caught near the sticks. It's Marsh. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it's a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
1st and goal and a touchdown here really gives him momentum. He'll take it himself. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Wolverines.
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball, but man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
The AT unit on the field. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. USF is ahead in this one, but unlike the days of Jim Leavitt, this has not been a blowout today in Tampa. They're up by 7 over Pittsburgh. That's where things stand right now, and of course, if the script is flipped, you will hear about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Quarterback may change this route. Looking to pass. It's Sayin. Right down the middle. Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
They'll try again on 2nd down after the incompletion. He's got it. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. So that penalty is going to cost them the 1st down as they back up, and now it's 2nd down. The Buckeyes now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Line getting set on 2nd down. Back to pass. Quick strike complete. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. The Buckeyes will hustle to the line. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on 3rd down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lighting up the scoreboard. And then all of a sudden on this last drive, just not able to piece it together. They've got to be able to turn the page and get back to how they looked earlier in the game.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. Sails one into the middle. Picked off. That's number 15 on the year. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And you wonder if that interception is going to bring this guy back down to reality a little bit. He was lights out early in this game. Everything he was throwing was right on the money, and that might have been a decision where he got a little bit greedy, and David, the defense made him pay.
And this defense has seen it time and time. They've been throwing the football, having success. Nice job adjusting, breaking on the football, making a play. They needed to break serve. They needed something to happen to go their way to kind of mess this guy's rhythm up. That might be the start of it.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
The Wolverines with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there, got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty. Contact in the neutral zone leads to that penalty. Good news for the offense. Boy, as a defense, you hate to just hand out 1st downs on a penalty. They'll move the wide receiver. Dropping back, it's Underwood. Quarterback adapting. He's run out of bounds and didn't gain an inch on the play.
Okay, so the QB scramble, went out of bounds. It counts as a sack because it's a loss on the play. You know what I did as a defensive lineman, guys? I chased him and tried to be the first one and the closest one near him. Because guess who gets the sack? Yep, that guy.
Gives it on the option. Turning it on. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan. Excellent pass by the back on the option. Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the score came on an impressive run from the 20. Kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. The give to the back. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run it up the middle, try different things to see what you do.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
And the Buckeyes come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. And the offense stays on the field on 4th and 1. I'm not sure they're just trying to make the defense jump. I believe they think they can get it. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the 1st half.
4th and 1, turn around, hand it off to your bell cow running back, and let him go move the sticks. Great job.
The Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield, it's Sayin. Got a man, it's Smith. At the 45 on his way. There he goes to the right. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Ohio State. Once he got some room, it was over.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
The kick is good, but the penalty flag indicates we've got a roughing the kicker call coming. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Looking left. Good route on the comeback, and he makes the catch. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. That last play is what you call a drive starter. They're out to the 47. It's first down. Back to throw, it's Underwood. Catch in the middle, it's Strong. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. And the Wolverines come to the line in the hurry-up. Just going to keep it after the snap. Stop just inside the 30 at the 29. It's a 10-yard pickup and a first down. Now on the move. Just discarding tacklers, punching and grinding his way to the 23. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. Tight end now in motion. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Touchdown, Wolverines! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Man, that is picture-perfect execution by this offense. That is how you close a half. Chewing up some time, getting in the end zone, a chance to tie this up and feel really good about yourself going into halftime.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it off with a touchdown toss from the 23. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Quarterback making checks. Looking for a man. It's Sayin. He uncorks one deep. Intercepted. intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum.
Well, the quarterback wants that throwback, guys. He's thinking to himself, I'm going to drive down the field here in a 2-minute situation. We're going to get the lead. We're going to have the momentum going into the first half, but he got too aggressive, and he should have thrown that one away or eaten it, because now the other team has a chance to score points here at the end of the half.
This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Wasting no time flowing on this drive. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Really need to pick up some yardage this time on 2nd and long. Oops, someone moved just a bit early, and the offense is going to pick up a penalty. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Motion from the wideout. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Deep shot for the end zone. It's picked off, and that's number 10. Spin, still running. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from
That was a huge sack.
before the end of the half.
And that's the problem.
Huge.
2nd and forever. The defense knows that
You ain't taking a fucking rocket toss to the house, buddy, so you can forget it.
Stay deep, they break on the football, and they take advantage of the opportunity.
Just enough time for one final play in this half. Back to pass, it's Sayin. Got it in the middle, it's Smith. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Buckeyes will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30.
I forgot this, dude. I forgot fucking Priest Corn got benched for the season.
Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Looking downfield on first down. Almost had the completion. Just missed it.
I don't know if the receiver wasn't ready for that screen throw or if the quarterback threw it too early. It's a bang-bang play. It happens quick. You just got to wonder if he were able to catch it, what would have happened? He had some blockers downfield.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Looking downfield, it's Underwood. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted for the 11th time this season. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Really nice job there by the defense, because I think they baited the QB into trying to fit that one in over the middle of the field. Remember, it's a big zone coverage. They've all got their eyes on him back there in the pocket, and they just let him feel like, maybe I can fit this football in. Not so fast. They come away with the pick.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Wants to go up top on first down. And that one's incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Moves around to clear up the vision. And he got a hand in there. Knocks it away. Incomplete.
Well, as a quarterback, it's going to be tough throwing comeback routes against this guy. He does such a good job breaking on the ball, and he's able to swat it away.
It'll be 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Three straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the catch, converts on 4th down, and still on his feet. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. I guess they believe the entire field is 4-down territory. A bit of an odd choice, but they'll go for it on 4th and 12 miles. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27.
Defenses have their hands full with him. They just give up a big pass there for a first down, but it's not just the arm you got to worry about, it's his legs too. This guy's top 10 in the nation, total touchdowns scored, and that's why he's in the discussion for the Heisman Trophy.
And the Buckeyes will line it up on 1st and 10. He wants to change this route. Dropping back, it's Sayin. Fires to the big fella. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
And he shows you the arm right there, but I tell you what, I've been impressed with this young man and his ability to do both. Rush, throw, lead a team, put up huge numbers in the top 10 in total TDs running and passing. And this dude very much in the Heisman race. He's had a great season. He can do a little bit of everything.
The Buckeyes look to keep this drive humming. Looking to pass inside the red zone. The screen, and watch out. Touchdown, Buckeyes. They take the lead with the 6. A lot of glorious days in the history of the Buckeyes, and this might put this guy right at the top of the list for a single game.
And that list of names is incredible. Like, we can go down the list of so many guys that have been such great playmakers, so dynamic. So to think about putting yourself in that category, we're going to be talking about winning trophies and this guy being an All-American by season's end.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So here comes the Michigan offense. They're down by a touchdown, but hoping to dial up some plays and pull even in what's turning out to be a really good football game. There he goes. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down.
And watch the offensive line here. They all block run. Because they're blocking run, the quarterback decides, oh, I got a favorable matchup. He dumps it out to the right, makes the right read, gets a nice positive game.
Well, it's a simple design there, guys. Just RPO. QB gets it out of his hands quickly, trying to attack the left side there in the flat, but just not able to come up with it.
Grab behind the line. It's Hansen.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit to the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Pass defense, it brings up a fourth down.
Third and short, I have no problem with RPO because I can run it or I can throw it if I see something open. Maybe
what?
should have ran that one. You got 2 downs possibly to still try to make it happen, but he definitely didn't throw an accurate ball.
Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal.
Come on.
Oh, he's got some space.
That's fucking...
And another big game for this offense. They are putting explosive pass after explosive pass up in this one.
And this offense is built around this dude. I mean, he is sensational. He's been so fun to watch, like play, pitch, and catch, spread the ball around, complete and total command of the offense. And that's why he's putting up big numbers, and that's why he's got a real chance to go to New York and try to win that Heisman Trophy.
And I think after that play there, you're seeing how this offense is staying committed to having some balance. They've had so much success early in this game throwing the football, right? They've been lighting the scoreboard up through the air, but they also want to keep the defense on their heels, so you continue to run the football. Even if you're not breaking off 60-yard TD runs, you got to have that balance.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. We'll send the tight end in motion. The give out of the gun. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
They just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
The Buckeyes come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. The designed run for the quarterback. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
And the Buckeyes have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Let's go! They'll try to get it in with the run. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And this team needs more of that, man. This is a really close football game, and you got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football back and maybe making this thing a football game.
Yes.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. To throw, it's Sayin. Got his man. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown,
Had to.
Ohio State.
Too fast.
Ohio State is
Hit
dotting
again.
Michigan's eye as the Buckeyes are firmly in control.
And Ohio State, they've let a few get away from their rival in Michigan.
I like that. They got one of those little routes and tight open too.
With a chip on their shoulder. They're not always used to being in that position when they play against Michigan.
Those things get a good little speed bar.
All Buckeyes.
Yeah, and you got to be physical. When you play the Wolverines, you know the type of brand that they play. Ohio State has matched that physicality. They have been ready. They were ready for the game, and they've handled business.
And he puts through the extra point. Ready to kick it away. This crowd is buzzing after that last score. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Oh, there goes the neighborhood.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. To the air, it's Underwood. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The defense denying a big play as we played 3 quarters. One more period to go and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. 21. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. They'll throw again after the incompletion.
No!
And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day.
And I love this defense understanding situational football. You got the lead in the 4th quarter. Get in your nickel package. You know the pass is coming, and the execution was
Yeah,
great.
run the ball. I'm going to bed. This game's over.
They love to get into games late with the lead because one of the strengths of their entire team is their secondary. And you saw it there. In nickel, they're able to come away with the pick, and it's looking like they're going to be able to seal this
GG's,
game.
dude.
Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense swarming on on that loose ball, and it'll be a turnover.
That's what
No!
I'm talking about. Keep fighting, right? This game ain't over yet. Like, you still got an opportunity. Does it look good? No. But now I got the ball back. Great job by the defense forcing the turnover. Now let's see if we can go out and make this thing interesting, put some plays together, maybe get an onside kick. Who the heck knows?
Offense making its way onto the field to start the drive. Here's the handoff. Pretty good job of running to get two there to the 32.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34. The Wolverines want to move quickly. Wants to throw. It's Underwood. Finds his man. It's Morgan. Finds enough room to get it up to the 44 before he's knocked out of bounds. They absolutely had to have that third down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get the third down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
Makes the grab on the left. On the move at the 30.
How did he catch Reggie Bush, man?
A huge completion.
That's crazy work.
Fourth quarter, you better have a dude at the quarterback spot. They do, and they're going to trust him. And he's going to have to continue to deliver like this, making plays down the field, protecting the football, but we know he has the ability.
Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
Lost to throw again. Flushed out of the pocket. The defense sort of hurts this quarterback out of bounds short of the line of scrimmage for a loss. The #1 job is to protect your quarterback, and they weren't able to do it long enough that time.
This offensive line, Reese, they've got to do a better job communicating pre-snap and try and figure out which people on defense are going to be rushing the passer. Right now, this offense just looks confused up front.
The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. Looking to throw, it's Underwood.
Right to.
Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players.
Nice job by this defense. That might be the exclamation point. Fourth quarter, I got to lead. You bring on the nickel defense. You know they're passing the football for
Right
plays
to
just like
that.
that to make the INT and almost put this one away.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. After that last drive, he came back to the sideline, and the coach probably said, "You dropped it? You didn't pick it up? Come on, get on the ball, David."
Nah, that's not what he said. He said, "You're doing a great job. Just keep your head up." Oh, yeah, he got blasted. You got to hold on to the football, Palmer. Turnovers decide games. Those are big plays.
It's tough on him, too, because he knows he let his offense down on that last drive. So you know that guy's eager and anxious to come out here and make a play.
It's first down from back at their own 24-yard line. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get a W.
The Buckeyes can really attack on this 2nd and short. Running back searching for a hole. At the 40, there he goes. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense now. They got to get a stop, and if it's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
They're in control. The clock is their friend. You'd have to expect another run here on 2nd and 6. This will be picked off. Maybe just the turning point they needed. All kinds of room to the right. Touchdown, Michigan. What a great play. What a huge moment for this defense.
How fast did this game just change? Offense in the
Oh,
league.
he's a
Football
karate
looking
kid.
great. Defense makes the big play. We've got ourselves a ball game now.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. USF has had no answer for the onslaught they faced today. A crucial game for this team, and they did not answer the bell. They're trailing by 18 to Pittsburgh. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The Buckeyes just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Fires to the big fella. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down.
Nice job decision-making by the quarterback there in the RPO, not handing it off, knowing he had to throw it, but then also understanding his open guy was going to be in the right flat.
If they can pick up a yard here on 2nd down, that might put this one in the books. Power football with the rock. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
And one of the things you're taught as a defensive guy, when you're trying to strip the football, you've got to secure the tackle with one hand, try to get the football with the other, and they're not securing the tackle. I get it. They're trying to go for the fumble, but they got to do a better job executing.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Right back to the well. Running through contact. And you'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Buckeyes. The lead keeps growing, and so do the accomplishments. Moments away from a perfect regular season at 12-0.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. The offense comes out for what almost certainly will be its final drive late in the fourth quarter. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And the Wolverines with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Someone moved a little early and the offense will go backward. So the decision has been made and the coach will take the penalty.
What the fuck? Man.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Fires to the right. Got his man. And he's dragged down. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Here's a throw downfield late. And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Boy, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT.
And it's intercepted, maybe breathing a little life into this team. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
And you know what? You kind of deserve that. Late in the game where you could run the clock out, still throwing the football all over the yard. Now this game, it's a long shot, but you gave them a little bit of hope.
I can't even fucking find what I'm looking for.
They'll try to put a drive together starting from the 36. Scanning the field, it's Underwood. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense picks it up. Touchdown, Ohio State. The defense putting points on the board. And that might be a dagger. They push the lead out, and they are now setting their sights on their 12th straight win. So you think they shouldn't run up the score like this? I remember an old story of one coach telling the other one, I only coach one team, man. It's your job to stop me.
Yep, I like that approach. That should be your philosophy, but that doesn't mean you don't remember that. You have a turn later on a lot of times when your team's better to do the same thing, to return the favor, and make him forget that.
That is a defensive player's dream. Ball sitting there, chance to scoop it up, run with it, and they don't stop you until the band starts playing. They'll try to follow that last touchdown with an onside kick. The offense very fortunate to get that ball back.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some pop. Breaks into the open. He's got it out of bounds at the 41-yard line.
And these are these moments as a defense, like, you're just trying to get out of the game. We're rotating, we're subbing, like, we've stopped them all game long. Like, they can run the football right here. The biggest thing is the clock ticking, us getting out of here with the dub, and really, everybody staying healthy.
The Wolverines with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Takes the easy one to the back. Timeout is called by the defense. A mere 21 seconds to go here.
Listen, if I'm a QB, 2nd down, I want to check the ball down and get a manageable 3rd down. But when this defense is flying around like this, so fast closing out, he got to that running back, got him on the ground so fast, the running back had nowhere to go.
He throws it back. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd. They hope to get him in space, create running room, and there just wasn't anything there.
I love the 3rd down, aggressive, in-your-face defense, not giving you any room to run down the field. Great job by the defense. They saw the throw, the quick pass, reacted to it, got him on the ground for a loss.
Sometimes
And the Wolverines will go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work.
And these aren't easy situations for these offenses, man. Like, it's a known passing situation. The defense is playing coverage. Nowhere to go with the football, forces the incompletion, and this one is all but over.
They'll start this drive from the 42. That's caught. It's Graham. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Wants to adjust the pattern. To the air, it's Sayin. He's going to fire deep. Got it. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Buckeyes. They've stretched out this lead, and they're starting to smell their 11th win of the year.
Some would say run out the clock. Some would say I don't need to add points. But here's the thing. It's your job to stop them on defense. Now, listen, the handshakes, they might get a little bit interesting after this game, but the offense did their job.
He wants to throw it. Here's a heat.
You ran by him.
Looking to convert the 2, and he will not. The defense gets to him with the sack. After scoring that touchdown, they'll try to get it right back with an onside kick. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. And here we go, final play of the game right here. To the air on 1st down. Gonna take a shot. And the ball falls to the ground, incomplete. The game is over, and that's just sort of how this one is gone. The game may be the best rivalry in college football, and this year